Would you like a light?
What?
I have a lighter somewhere for your cigarette.
Oh, this? No.
With all due respect, I have no interest in breathing any secondhand smoke. Besides, I believe state law prohibits smoking on train and subway platforms.
Let me guess, lawyer?
Yes, and a good one too, so I recommend you don't violate any state laws in front of me.
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
Lay off it. I didn't want a light, okay? I don't want to smoke it. I'm saving it. It's my last one.
My apologies, but I couldn't help overhearing. You say you're saving your last cigarette. May I assume you're quitting the habit?
I guess you could say that.
Congratulations and have faith, dearie. I will pray for your success.
Yeah, those things will kill ya.
Running late again, so just tuck the kids in and kiss them goodnight for me. And please make their lunches for school tomorrow. I'll be leaving early tomorrow for a presentation to a client. Stephanie likes her sandwiches cut into triangles, but I'm sure you already know that, honey. Honey? Damn, no signal down here. Excuse me, do you by any chance have a cell phone I could use for a few moments?
I usually get reception in the subway. Hold on.
I'm not exactly sure when mine went dead, so I don't know how much of a message my husband got, and any luck?
That's all. I can't find it.
I usually keep mine in my coat pocket, but oddly, I don't seem to be wearing my coat. Sorry.
I just want him to tell my kids I love them, and that I'm sorry I missed tucking them in again.
Children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. How many children do you have, dearie?
2.
I'm sure he'll tell them for you.
Did anyone happen to see a payphone anywhere in the station?
Payphone down here? Yeah, right.
What about upstairs?
Dearie, don't worry about it. It sounds like your husband is an expert at this kind of thing.
He is. I just wanted the kids to hear me say goodnight on the machine before bed.
That would be a long distance call.
Maybe I'll get home in time to see them. Ben had a Little League game tonight. My husband sometimes takes them out for ice cream afterward. Maybe Stephanie won't fall asleep in the car. Does anyone know when the next train comes?
Should be any minute. I missed the train when I got here, and that was... My watch has stopped.
Mine too.
It's all right. I'll go upstairs and look for a payphone. Oh!
I think I lost them.
Don't talk, son. Catch your breath.
I don't see anyone coming.
Good. When's the next train?
Should be soon.
Were you running from someone?
I was at an ATM when some guy pulled the knife on me. He told me to give him my money, but I took off. I cut through Central Park and came down here.
Central Park?
Central Park as in New York City? It's not possible.
What? Why not?
Because we're in Chicago.
Chicago? Now that's not possible. This is New York.
But it's Seattle? How...
California? I teach English and European literature at UC Berkeley. And where do you think we are?
The other sisters and I were vacationing in Rome. I've wanted to go there all my life. I was sitting in my room reading up at the cathedrals we were going to see tomorrow. I believe I dozed off.
This doesn't make sense. I was walking to the bus stop talking on my cell phone. Maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention to where I was going, but I'm positive I never entered a subway station.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
If you have something to contribute to this conversation, then please do so.
Are you sure you want my contribution?
You were here when I arrived. You must know where we are.
Where we are? We're in a subway station that happens to connect to several different places, including a hospital in Jacksonville, Florida. Don't you think that's odd?
This is ridiculous. It must be a dream or something.
I'm not dreaming. I ran across Central Park. I know that for a fact.
Oh, that's right. You escaped the mugging. Have you checked your wallet?
My wallet? What's that got to do with?
Look in your wallet, Sonny.
Oh, my money. Gone. What? How?
Maybe you didn't get away. Consider that.
So what does that mean?
The poor man has been robbed. Show some compassion.
It still doesn't answer where we are or how we could have all gotten here.
The only way he could have taken my money is if he stabbed me. So how does that work? Did he stab me? Then what am I, dead?
We are all dead.
That can't be true. I think I'd remember if I just died.
After you die, you go to a subway station? It's ridiculous.
They do say the Lord works in mysterious ways.
This is crazy. Whatever this place is, I have to get home to my family and away from you people. I'm gonna find a phone even if I have to go back up to the street and call my husband.
You won't find one.
People who have been clinically dead but resuscitated have claimed to see a bright light in a dark tunnel. When's the next train come?
That's clever thinking. Hadn't thought of that.
So you're gonna accept without proof that we're all dead and that the afterlife is a subway station? I won't. I'm not convinced beyond reasonable doubt that we're all dead.
Spoken. Just like your kind.
Look at the evidence.
What evidence?
Stopped watches, phones with no reception. How could we have all gotten to the same subway station from so many different places? And why didn't I put some clothes on, for Pete's sake?
All circumstantial, I'm still not convinced.
It doesn't matter if you're convinced or not. We're still dead. We all are.
Why do you believe him?
She's been brainwashed. I know what this is. Some kind of government experiment or alien abduction.
Let's not jump to any conspiracy theories here. They may be telling the truth.
She was here before I was.
Yeah.
So you knew this when we all got here?
Yeah.
Yet you withheld information from us? How dare you?
She is not to blame for our passings.
What was she supposed to say? Nice to meet you, and by the way, you're recently deceased? You wouldn't have believed her.
I don't believe her. Maybe this is all a bad dream. I knew I shouldn't have stayed at the office so late. I'm getting out of here and calling a cab.
There's no way out.
What?
No stairs up to street level, just stairways down to the platforms.
That can't be possible. How do we get in then?
If we're dead, it doesn't matter. Our spirits, or whatever we are, were brought to this place. I would assume we're materialized upstairs or something to that effect.
But my kids, how will they?
There, dearie. Their father loves them and will get them through this.
That's not the point. If we're dead, then I'm never gonna see them again. As it is, I haven't seen them since my husband was laid off and I went back to work. I've missed the past 4 years of their lives, and now I'm just going to miss the rest?
I'm sure they know you love them.
But I haven't been there for them. What kind of a parent have I been?
We've passed denial and now we're on to guilt. Wake me when the next train comes.
You've tried to provide for them the best you can. You've done nothing wrong.
Your family needed money to get by, and you took care of that, I assumed. What you did was honorable.
You don't get it, do you? You must not have kids.
I have a son. He's an engineering major in college. He's a good man. My wife, we're very proud.
2 daughters, both in high school. Sister, I need to make a confession.
What is it, son?
I don't regularly go to church, but I've done something terrible.
What are you doing?
If I'm dead, I'd like to get my sins off my chest.
Now, I'm not Catholic, but isn't that something you're supposed to do before you die?
Given the circumstances, it's better late than never.
No, don't do it.
What now?
You don't want to go there. It's only going to make this place worse.
Excuse me one moment, son. Dearie, tell me what's bothering you.
What's her problem?
Something must be troubling her.
Probably withholding more information from us. She obviously knows more about this place.
Why must everyone be a hostile witness to you?
How old do you think she is?
Early 20s, I'd say.
Her poor parents. No one should see their child die before them.
I can't just leave my car there stuck in the mud like that.
But if I'm home late, my father will kill me. Then he'll kill you.
No, it's not fair.
Once you take me home, you can go back there. I'm sorry that my parents have a stricter curfew than yours do. At least it's not raining in here.
They don't deserve to be here this young.
Well, they are here.
Should we tell them where here is?
They may be better off not knowing.
Are you serious? They have the right to know as much as we do.
She won't say much about this place, but I think I've got her calmed down. I see we have new arrivals.
We're debating whether or not to share a predicament with them.
They will learn when the time is right.
Do you get the feeling everyone's watching us, or am I just being paranoid?
I think they are watching us. Excuse me, do you know when the next train comes?
Is there something we can help you with, dearie?
No, nothing. Just trying to get home.
Yes, sister. My boyfriend and I got into a little car trouble. Embarrassing story, really, but I need to get home soon. Do you know when the next train will get to... What's the closest station to my house?
I don't know. I don't think there is one.
There has to be one. Why else would we have come down here?
Have we ever been on the subway before? I mean, is there even a station in our town? Or anywhere in Indiana?
You have a point. Excuse me, sister, but could you tell us which way the train goes?
Which way?
Now
Which way?
that's an enigmatic inquiry.
You're gonna get on the next train without knowing where it is going.
What do you mean you don't know where it's going?
It's a little complicated.
A little complicated. That train's our only way out of here, and we don't even know where it goes.
Our only way out?
As I see it, theology tells us that there are only two places the train can be headed.
And what are they, smart guy?
Accepting our condition for what we think it is, the train either goes up or down.
Up or down? What does that mean?
Nothing. Ignore what he's saying.
What are you people talking about?
Up or down?
What a crappy way to end the night. First the car rolls down the hill, and now we're stuck with you wackos. All I want to do is get my girlfriend home.
I don't think you're getting me home tonight.
Sweetie, don't say that.
Say what?
The rain came unexpectedly. I know the brake was on, but
The brake would have held if the ground didn't get muddy so fast.
it's all right. There was nothing we could do.
I wasn't supposed to let anything happen to you. I promise. Your father is definitely going to kill me now.
No, he won't.
How could you miss a hill? Were you drinking?
No.
We do not drink.
Leave these kids alone. This can't be easy on them.
Sorry, you must know the underage drinking statistic.
All I wanted was to take her out to dinner for our anniversary and then overlook the town afterwards. I didn't plan on my car sliding down a hill and crashing.
Your anniversary?
Yeah, 8 months. So it's true, right? We're really, well,
I'm afraid so.
that's why the two of us aren't soaked, right?
I would suppose so. You're very bright for your age, and you seem to be handling the news better than some of the adults around here.
Thanks, I guess.
Maybe if we're, then is everyone else too?
Probably. So what happens next?
Excuse me?
The train. Which way is it going? Up or down?
We haven't determined that yet. How ironic. When I assigned Dante's Divine Comedy to my students last semester, I never imagined I'd soon experience it.
There's not a single clue anywhere here. On any of the walls. How are we supposed to know?
That's what she's not telling us. You know which way the train goes.
No.
You're withholding information again. You know which way, you know where the train's heading. That's why you haven't gone on yet.
You mean she knows it's going to hell so she won't get on?
Clear case to me.
We're going to down there?
No, I told you I don't know where it goes.
Sister, I want to make my confession now.
Go ahead, son.
I work for an insurance company in the accounting department. I know what you think. The industry's known for ripping people off. That being said, I came across an error of $25,000 in the company's favor. I told my supervisor, but he didn't want to hear it, so he brushed me off. If the company didn't want to acknowledge its existence, well, I thought I could. You see, my oldest daughter starts college in a year, and with tuition being what it is,
You embezzled it.
I wired it to my bank account. And it worked. A few days went by and no one seemed to notice.
Thou shalt not steal. Even I know it's a commandment, that's a commandment, not just the law.
But I wired it back this morning. I felt awful about what I did. Felt dirty, like a criminal.
Hate to break it to you, but what you did qualifies you as one.
I gave it back. I checked my account balance after work. The money wasn't there anymore. It was back. I gave it back.
Still a crime.
You did correct your sin. Perhaps in God's eyes you will be forgiven.
Is that enough to change the direction of the train? I'll admit I wasn't always there for my kids, but I love them. Why should I be doomed to hell?
Ask her, she has the answer.
I've told you I don't. I don't know where the train goes.
Yet you refuse to get on.
Please, have some mercy on her.
I missed the last train. Dozed off, but I was gonna get on, no matter which way it was going.
Don't you want to know which way?
Sonny, I've lived my life. Spent the end of it in a hospital bed with the cancer. I'm ready to move on. Could be heaven, could be hell. Who knows? I tell you, I've seen hell. I fought in Korea. A buddy of mine stepped on a landmine near me, sent a piece of shrapnel into my leg and gave me this limp. My fighting days were over. Yeah, I killed people. Maybe some of them innocent or guilty of nothing more than following their country's orders like I was. I've spent the rest of my life trying to make good for that. Been a good husband, father, and grandfather. Lived a clean life, ran my own business, done volunteer work. So maybe I'll get into heaven. But nothing can change what I've done, so I'm prepared for the worst. That way, if the train does go to heaven, I'll be pleasantly surprised.
You don't want to know?
I've lived my life. It's behind me, and there's nothing I can do to change it. You young folk don't have that life experience yet. Bet you that's why she won't get on.
She's scared, that's it.
Don't you see? There's nothing we can do. That train goes somewhere, but no one knows for sure which way. What if it goes to hell?
But what if it doesn't?
But what if it does?
I may not know much about this stuff, but we've got a nun here. Isn't that like enough to say it's going to heaven for sure?
Oh, Sonny, when I was your age, I did some things I'm not proud of. In Catholic school, I was a real hooligan.
I don't know what that is, but aren't you in with God or something?
Who knows? I smoked cigarettes, cheated on tests, taunted my teachers, threw rocks through some windows at school, even shoplifted bubblegum. Since then, I have served the Lord, so yes, I believe that I have made my peace with him.
And you're content with the possibility of going to hell?
If that's what the Lord has chosen for me, yes. But I have faith that's not the case.
She says it's going to heaven, so it must be. We have a nun here.
We also have a lawyer here.
Go to hell.
Looks like a 50-50 chance.
What's your problem with me?
My wife recently filed for divorce.
Blatant stereotyping. I'm not a divorce attorney, I'm a prosecutor.
That explains why you've treated us all like criminals.
So what happened, Professor?
Well, you see,
You had an affair, didn't you?
with one of my students. She was a graduate student, a consenting adult.
That doesn't make it right.
I understand that, but my marriage hasn't exactly been working for a while. After my son left for college, my wife and I grew more and more distant, and then there was this girl.
And your wife found out.
For all we know, she could have killed him and sent him here.
I know what I did was wrong, but it's not a crime. Don't I deserve some happiness?
You complete the unholy trinity. Stealing, killing, and now adultery.
We are so screwed.
A moment ago, you were convinced we were going to hell. To heaven. Now, not so convinced. What are you hiding?
We shall let the Lord and not each other judge our actions.
I'll admit, I made a major transgression, but otherwise, I'm a good person.
We get it. You're dedicated to your son, your job, your students. A little too dedicated to one of them, perhaps, but
Those who live in glass houses shall not throw stones.
Stop it.
Why don't you share your history with us?
Please stop.
it's no one else's business.
Stop.
Pleading the fifth, I see. Are you afraid it's your presence here that sends the rest of us to hell?
Shut up, both of you. Now do you get it? I don't know where the train goes because of this. Is this person good? Is that person bad? There's no way of figuring it out if you keep fighting with each other. I've been here and I've seen enough people go through exactly what you're going through right now. And still, no one finds out which way it's going. How can they get on without knowing?
She's right. The last folks wouldn't stop yapping like you folks. I wanted nothing to do with them, so I took a little nap. None of them had the decency to wake me when the train finally did come. Good, bad, who cares? Just get on the train and move on, I say.
Have you noticed that we've all done something we're not proud of, but otherwise we seem to be relatively decent people?
A dichotomy, so to speak.
And what?
Dichotomy. Possessing two sides that are contradictory. SAT word.
That's it. Subway stations have two sides, two platforms. We can't see the other side because of that wall, but there's gotta be something over there.
Since when are you an expert on the afterlife?
Hear me out. Whichever way the train on this side goes, the train on the other side must go the other way.
So you're saying if this train goes to hell, the one on the other side goes to heaven?
Or vice versa. There was another flight of stairs up there, it probably goes to the other side.
Are you suggesting we send someone to the other platform and try to discover where they're going?
Exactly. If we know where they're going, then we know where we're going.
So, who do we send?
Not you. We don't want them thinking they're bound for heaven.
And we don't want them thinking they're bound for hell, so I guess you'll stay here, sister. No offense.
None taken. I have faith that we are on the correct side.
An expedition. Sounds fun. Wake me when you get back.
I'll go.
No, you won't.
I'll be okay.
You're not going alone, and I'm staying put.
I can take care of myself. It's not like something can happen to me. We're dead, remember?
Look, I'll go with her.
You're not going anywhere with my girl.
I know the way. I'll go, alright?
I won't get on the train without you, so come back. Promise?
Sorry about that. He's a bit overprotective.
It's alright.
Just go get information, try not to give too much away about us, then come back.
You won't like what you find.
Oh, you won't like what you find.
You're not being helpful.
My boyfriend means well. He really does. He wants to hold on so tightly because I'm leaving for college in a few months and he isn't. I'm hoping I'll go and we'll painlessly drift apart in time. But then I feel awful because I think I'm leading him on. I want to be on my own, find my own life next fall. But I don't have the heart to tell him that it may be without him. I'm afraid he'll be devastated, and the last thing I want is to hurt him. Does this make me a bad person?
No worse than the rest of us. You have to be true to yourself, even if that means moving on when others don't. May I ask why you're confiding in me?
I get the feeling you're a good mom.
Excuse me. I didn't see you there.
Quite all right, dearie.
Does anyone know when the next train comes?
Soon, dearie, soon.
Thanks.
Is something bothering you?
No. Why do you ask?
You seem a little stressed.
Give me that.
Oh, are you hiding something?
Not again. Don't you remember innocent until proven guilty?
Interesting. Looks like she's taking note on us.
What?
Why would you be doing that?
I'm just trying to figure out who you people are to see if you're different from us than over there.
Over there? You mean you're from the other platform?
You're from the other side? Is my girlfriend okay?
Haven't met her. I saw the two of them go up as I came down.
You say you came here to see if we're different than you. Why?
This-
Oh.
The same reason you sent them, trying to find out which way our train goes.
You don't know?
No, we were hoping you knew.
Nice puzzle. Good sense of humor you've got. I hope the train gets here soon so I can finally rest in peace.
You seriously don't know which way your train goes.
We're just a bunch of old dead folks who might be good or bad. Same boat as you, huh?
Yes.
Damn it! If they don't know, how are we supposed to?
Howdy, sister. They love to know you're over here. We got a fireman from Omaha over there. Died in a fire rescuing 2 kids and the family dog.
Oh, that's good. Sorry, didn't mean it that way.
But he cheated on his income tax. We also have a lawyer. He says he gives to charity, but he seems real sleazy.
Ours isn't sleazy. Opinionated, maybe, but not sleazy.
That almost sounds like a compliment.
He brags about people he saved from jail time, but they didn't sound like high-class citizens, if you catch my drift.
A defense attorney?
Yeah.
Let me talk to him, then I'll tell you which side's going to hell.
That's it. You lost a big case because of the defense attorney.
I was trying a drug dealer he was selling to kids. I knew he was clearly guilty. I'm sure the judge knew it too. I'll even bet the jury knew it in their minds.
But his lawyer blew holes in all my evidence, said some of it was circumstantial, some inadmissible, even made my best witnesses look unreliable at the stand. He even got the jury to doubt the legality of the arrest warrant, enough reasonable doubt to acquit.
Couldn't you just, couldn't you appeal or arrest them on a separate charge or something like that? They do it all the time on TV.
I've been working on that. Late nights alone at the office, ordering takeout for dinner, and next thing I know, I'm here.
Do you think you choked?
I tried that case to the best of my abilities.
No, on your dinner.
Maybe, I guess. Not that it matters now. My point is, he's free to roam the streets. He's gonna keep doing what he does. What if some unfortunate kid overdoses and dies because I couldn't get a guilty verdict? That'll be on my head.
Dearie, you did what you could. The Lord will not fault you for that.
She's right. I would doubt anyone here faults you.
But I felt myself. The people trusted me to keep them safe by putting criminals behind bars. In this case, I failed.
We've all failed, it seems, in our own ways.
Just like us. I work in a greasy truck stop off of the interstate in Texas. The guys try to grope me while I'm serving their food. I grin and bear it because it pays the rent after my daughter's deadbeat father left. But today there was this one scunsball who wouldn't get the hint I wasn't interested. So I spit in his tuna melt. Wanted to do that many times, but never got pushed that far till tonight. Must have been all the overtime. I was real cranky, falling asleep on my feet. The last thing I remember is slipping down the back stairs and hitting my head. Then I'm over there. Talk about bad karma. And I still got his dinner checked in my apron.
So which side is which? What kind of place is this?
I tried to tell you, but none of you would listen. You wouldn't have had to send anyone over there if you had just listened to me. But no, you blew me off. Don't listen to the crybaby.
Don't listen. Don't know. What was that?
She's right. My girl shouldn't be around.
I've spent time on both sides of this awful place, and no matter which side I'm on, it's always the same. I listen to you all confessing, feeling guilty about your lives, and I'm tired of it.
Then don't listen.
No matter how hard I try, there's no way to tune you all out. There's nowhere to hide, and with only this platform and that one, there's nowhere else for me to go.
I disagree.
Oh yeah, where else can I go?
Onto the train.
Nuh-uh, no way.
That's what we're supposed to do. That's why we're here. Wherever the train goes must be better than the uncertainty of this place.
So now you're a philosopher?
I'd rather take my chances staying put. I'm not getting on that train. You don't know my life. You don't know all the pain that I've been through and caused. I can't imagine I have any chance of getting into heaven, so I must be going to hell, and I don't want to go there, but I can't figure out which side will keep me from going there. You all discuss and argue and confess, and I've seen group things they figured it all out. And as much as I want to believe them, I never buy it. What if they're wrong?
Figured it out. We're no closer than we were when I got here.
Please, come back.
Why do you think we're bound for hell?
I ran away from home when I was 16 because my parents wouldn't let me date this older guy. Said he was bad news. They turned out to be right, but I didn't listen, so I dropped out of high school and ran off with him. Dumb move. We both got jobs at a burger joint to pay the rent. Almost a year later, I thought I was pregnant. Turned out I wasn't, but when I told him, he hit me and left, taking all the money we had. He even told my boss I had been stealing money from the registers when it was him doing it. I was fired. I had no job, no money, and nowhere to live.
Couldn't you just go back home?
I wanted to, but I was young and stupid. I didn't think my parents would want to see me. I said some really nasty things to them, so I thought I couldn't go back there. Lived on the streets for a couple of years. Did so many bad things to get food, money, cigarettes. I was gonna give it up after this last one. Give it up all and straighten out my messed up life. Then I was here. I don't know how I died. Exposure, accident, who knows? What's worse is that I don't know if my parents know that I'm dead, and they definitely don't know I'm sorry for what I did to them.
When was this?
2, maybe 3 years ago, I guess.
You've been waiting here that long?
Hard to tell in this place, and it feels longer. It's always the same thing over and over, and I'm tired of reliving my life story to every new group that comes through here.
There's a way you can break that cycle, dearie. Come on the train with us.
I'm not going, I told you. I don't deserve to go to heaven, and I don't want to go to hell.
Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me.
What if she's right? What if this is
We still don't know that for sure.
And we sure don't.
I think she's right. I don't deserve to go to heaven either.
What makes you say that?
What happened wasn't your fault, dearie.
Yes, it was.
That's not what you said before. Was it indirectly your fault?
I guess the emergency brake on my car doesn't always stick. It's an old car. My dad kept bugging me to get it fixed. Heck, I could have brought it to the auto shop at school. Some of my friends might have been able to fix it. But I didn't get around to it. I kept putting it off until I practically forgot about it. What were the chances of me parked on that hill during a big downpour? But I can't help thinking that if my brake had been fixed, the car would have slid down the hill, and then it would have hit the tree or whatever, and I would have gotten us killed.
You don't know that for sure.
But I know my brake didn't work right. I didn't get it fixed when I could have. Maybe it wouldn't have stopped the rain and mud, but it might have saved our lives. So it is all my fault. You see, I got my girlfriend killed.
What? Why didn't you?
I'm so sorry.
If only I had told you sooner.
What are you talking about?
I don't think we can go to the same place.
Wait,
Let her go. Let her move on.
but I promised her I'd take care of her. I couldn't even get that right.
Maybe we should all move on to wherever the train takes us. I think that's what we're supposed to do.
What did you learn about the other side?
Different people, but the same issues we have. But I guess you've already figured that out.
Yep, I'm heading back. I'll check to see if your girl's okay.
You're going back? Does that mean you think the other side's the right one?
Can't tell the difference. I don't think I deserve eternal damnation, but I'd rather stick with where I first wound up.
The devil you know is better than the devil you don't, so to speak.
I promised her. I promised her.
Many of us make promises like that, in a variety of phrases. Mine to my wife was, "Till death do you part." I broke that years before I arrived here.
But you didn't kill your wife.
Physically, no, but perhaps I did emotionally. We all make choices in life, and sometimes these choices take us too far off track. And in the end, what are we left with? An opportunity to reflect upon our lives. Have you ever noticed how effective humans can be at punishing themselves?
I think that's the train.
So that's it? Just like that? You have to decide right now? There's no way of knowing exactly where it goes.
Now do you understand? You can all do what you want. I'm staying here.
Wake up, sir.
Thanks.
Are you two getting on?
Not without my girlfriend.
I'll stay a while with him. Looks like he and I might need some more time to think.
Suit yourself. Glad I'm not missing this one.
What about you, dearie?
I told you I won't. I can't. What if...
This is your chance to be free of reliving the doubt and the guilt.
But what if it goes to...
Then I will be there with you.
Even if it goes to...
Even if it goes to.
You do that for me?
If you can't have faith in God or this place, then have faith in me. I will go with you wherever the train goes.
No one's ever done that for me. Not since I left home, anyway. I don't know what to say.
Just say you have faith.
It's unfortunate that they won't be joining us.
It takes a little more time for some to overcome their guilt and find their faith, I presume. Right, dearie?
I hope they don't stay too long and put themselves through this same hell I went through for 3 years.
What did you say?
I hope they...
After that, you said put themselves through hell. You don't think...
Do you mean that maybe this place is...
Well, I'll be.
So then do both trains go to...
Perhaps.